Shalom and greetings to you all. I hope you all had a fantastic week and a wonderful Thanksgiving. There's so much for us to be thankful for, and I hope you all did or do. Take some time to incorporate the lessons of the last few weeks and forgive yourself for any of your mistakes. And thank life for providing you with the opportunities to become wiser, more accepting. It is acceptance that's so important. Acceptance of self, of others, of the world, and of God's timetable. Tough as that may be. Now, you may have noticed that winter's almost upon us. It's cold, it's snowy, it's dark before 4:30 in the afternoon. You get up, it's dark. You leave work, it's dark. It's always dark. So isn't it great that we're now on a holiday devoted to light, as each day we light another candle honoring the increase of light over the 8-day miracle holiday, reminding us light is always in our lives, even in our darkest times. And times sure can seem dark these days. Now, for this great festival, we light 8 candles to honor the 8 days of the miracle. Here we go. Of the 1 day of oil burning for 8 days. And also reminding us that the light in our world will increase. Now, back in Genesis 1:3, we see the first thing and possibly the only thing God actually created was light. All growing things depend on light for life, and God is the source for all life. During the day, the sun provides light for us, and at night, we've learned to use fire to provide light and keep fear at bay. You know that it would be untrue. You know that I would be a liar if I were to say to you, girl, we couldn't get much higher. Come on, baby, light my fire. Come on, baby, light my fire. Try to set the night on fire. Fire, my friends, the most powerful force on earth, the great gift of Prometheus, who was then punished forever for giving it to man. Light, heat, hope. Just some of the great gifts that he brought us through fire. Now, since ancient times, man has gathered around fire and found comfort, warmth, and community. Just as we come together and find comfort, warmth, and community when we're with our community, a collective consciousness of seeker showing faith. Any and all faith, love, any and all love. A true chavura, a fellowship expressing our nature of kindness, compassion, thoughts, feelings, hopes, dreams, and wishes that just unites us all. This community house of spirit, Beth Roch, sharing and bringing light, keeping fear at bay. And even though together we are each individual in our approach, each connecting in his or her own way. So once again, my friends, please do go ahead and invite everybody you know, some physically, some digitally, psychically, emotionally, spiritually, to gather and share from Psalm 133, the Hine Matov. Come together. Hine Matov. Shovit Gam Ya. Hine Matov. Shovit Gam Ya. How good and how pleasant it is for brothers and sisters together. Community. 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 Together. Let's all spread love, goodwill, and fellowship to the world, my friends. Remember, this is your setting aside just a little bit of sacred time in your own sacred space to honor and converse with whoever, whatever you happen to believe in, because we all believe in something. It is a part of your kavadah, your intention that you put out to the universe. It is your goodwill and intention are the roots of what you can control, of what you can correct in your lifetime. Your intention sets in motion everything that occurs in your lives, my friends. Look at your intention to discover what your karma will be. And this week, as we gather to honor and fight the few against the many, the free against the tyrannical, the light against the dark, we do so by lighting the candles of the menorah. And what's often not talked about, but is actually quite an essential part of the process, it's not just about eating donuts and latkes. and playing with dreidels, it's to understand that as we light the candles, each candle actually represents something. And we're going to do the first 4 candles this week, and we'll do the second 4 candles next week. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu, lahadlik ner Chanukah. Blessed are you, Lord our God, King of the universe, who has sanctified us with his commandments and commanded us to kindle the Hanukkah light. Now, if you thought that sounded a lot like the normal prayer lighting of the candles, you're right. Except instead of saying Shabbat, we say Hanukkah. Now, we kindle these lights for the miracles and the wonders, for the redemption and the battles that you made for our forefathers in those days at this season through your holy priests. During all 8 days of Hanukkah, these lights are sacred. We are not permitted to make ordinary use of them except for a look at them in order to express thanks and praise to your great name for your miracles, your wonders, your salvations. You don't use them like a normal candle. They are to be honored, in effect. So candle 1 is all about God and creation. In the beginning of the Torah, God created one thing, my friends, light. He created the sun, the moon, and the stars to give light to day and to night and to mark the passage of time and festivals for us. Candle 2 represents holy beings, man and woman. All of us the world over, we are the holy beings of God. The third candle, the Trinity, is about the goodness of God. We are blessed by the presence and uniqueness of family and friends. We are reminded by all those who have touched our lives. Friends, may the blessings of peace and the promise of life come true. The fourth candle, well, that signifies the rededication of the temple, the centerpiece of the holiday, as we rededicate ourselves to belief, as we give thanks to the Lord, for he is good. Now, next week, we're going to look at candles 5 through 8 as we increase the light. And light is what we need to live, and it's what we send to help those in need of healing, in those in need of blessings. So let's take some time now. Let's use that light, that intention, and send some of that goodwill, some renewal and healing out to whoever you happen to know that needs it. Healing and renewal for everybody. It just floats through space, finding those in need. So think of whoever. For those you know. For the souls and spirits of everybody you love. So think of whoever that needs healing and renewal and love, or just plain goodwill. Focus on them. Call their names. It's not just for people. It is for our pets. It's for the earth. It is the healing of the world. It is that tikkun olam, the healing of the world that's part of our spiritual genetic makeup. It is our task to help heal the world. Remember, it's not something we can ever complete. It is an ongoing commitment that we make to be dealt with in this lifetime. It is for every lifetime. We each must do our part. We must each do what we can to improve and change our own little corner of the world, because as we change ourselves, we change our conditions of life. And part of that healing of the world is when we send thoughts and energy for health and renewal and goodwill for everybody. They don't have to be sick. It's for those in our hearts and our minds. Let's all send energy out for the people in need everywhere. Special thoughts and prayers for poor sick Sherry, for Connie and Gloria, for Daniel and Leanne, for traveling Joseph and Aurelia, for Snoopy and the Builder, for Kathleen and Dave, for Lori, for Anna, for all of our sacred animal friends everywhere, for everybody you know in need, for the whole world, my friends, for Devorah. Friends, it is the kindness, healing, wishes, goodwill, and love we all send out. It just circles the world finding those in need. So thank you, each of you, for all you do, for all you care, because the world is a world of spirit, and spirit, my friends, never dies. Shabbat. Avotenu Makor Chatra Vimotenu. May the source of strength bless the ones before us. Help us find the courage. Make our lives a blessing. The renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen. Yishaberach, let us all have our spirits renewed. This is the great prayer for healing, which we call upon God to heal as he's healed before. Mi Shaberach, may he who blessed, because all healing's a blessing. Let's all send and receive healing and renewal energy in our own individual efforts to love, to share, to care, to grow. Now this week, we actually begin a whole new section of the Torah without it being set aside as one. As we read, Vayashev, and he lived. We meet the man about whom there is more biblical writing than any other. And yet he is truly an enigma. He would become a nation saver, a dream master, and ruler of the most powerful country on earth. Genesis 37:2. These are the records of Jacob. Joseph, at 17 years old, had been tending the sheep with his brothers. He was a boy with the sons of Bela, the sons of Zilpah, his father's wives. Joseph brought a bad report of them to their father. And Israel had loved Joseph the most of all of his children because he was a son of old age to him. And he made him a coat of many colors. Hey, we all know that was the Technicolor dream coat. I wore my coat with golden lining, bright colors shining, wonderful and blue. And in the east, the dawn was breaking. The world was waking. Any dream will do. Crash of trucks, flash of light, my golden coat throughout the sight. Colors faded into darkness. I was left alone. And that coat would be stripped from him. He would be thrown into a pit to die in the dark. The coat dipped in blood, sent to his father to perpetuate the karmic payment of what his father had done to his father in deceiving him with animal and clothes. Joseph was hated by his brothers. He was the favorite, and he was a squealer. This, my friends, is about all of us. It is a story of greed, hate, envy, about every modern family. Genesis 37:4. And his brothers saw that their father loved him the most of all his brothers. They hated him. They were not able to speak a greeting to him. Now, the biblical Hebrew, and even today, in Hebrew we say shalom, for peace and well-being, for hello. And one says, hashalom lo, does he have peace? For how is he? And we are told right here that the brothers could not even say this to him. Dibero l'shalom. They could not say shalom. They could not say hello or peace be with you. Now that is hate. This week we are about to enter a different world of the Bible. We're going to enter the great dream world. People love dreams. This week alone we're going to read 4 of the most famous dreams in history. Joseph's dreams of greatness and the prisoner's dreams of freedom and death. And we're going to watch the deterioration of the relationship between Joseph and his brothers. Genesis 37:5. And Joseph had a dream and told it to his brothers, and they went on to hate him more. They already hated him. How much more could they hate him? Well, the first dream was about sheaves of wheat. Joseph's rises and the others bow down to it. The second has the sun and the moon and 11 stars bowing to him. Father, mother, siblings. You would think he should know better than to lord it over his siblings. Now, one of the subtle, hidden things we learn from this furthers that concept of the double that we've seen before. We learn that the double name calling signifies life-defining moments for the character. We especially saw it with Abraham. Here, the double dream, both with the same meaning, signifies a dream that will come true. And you're going to see this later with the butler and baker, and then again next week with Pharaoh himself. Joseph has a special skill. He'll be able to interpret other people's dreams, but not his own. Like many of us, he will learn what every psychoanalyst knows, that seeing the meaning of one's own dreams is often the hardest. There's also a uniqueness to this character not shared with any other biblical character. We will watch the growth and development of this 17-year-old over the next few weeks as we see the years go by, as he goes from awkward father spy to wise ruler. Jacob sends Joseph out to spy on his brothers. Genesis 37:18. And they saw him from a distance, and before he came close to them, they conspired against him to kill him. And the brothers said to one another, "Here comes the dream master." That one there. And now come on, let's kill him and throw him in one of the pits, and we'll say a wild animal ate him, and we'll see what his dreams will be. I just closed my eyes again, climbed aboard the Dreamweaver train. Driver, take away my worries of today. Leave tomorrow behind. Dreamweaver, I believe you can get me through the night. Dreamweaver, I believe we can reach the morning light. Well, they throw him in a pit to die. Judah says to his brothers, "What profit is there, if we kill our brother and cover his blood? Come on, let's sell him to the Ishmaelites. Let our hand not be on him, because he's our brother, our flesh." And his brothers listened. Well, they might as well make a buck out of this whole thing, and they have given themselves plausible deniability. You thought that was new. They took Joseph's coat. They slaughtered a he-goat and dipped the coat in the blood. They sent the coat of many colors and brought it to their father and said, "We found this. Recognize, is it your son's coat or not?" And he recognized it and said, "My son's coat, a wild animal ate him." Joseph is torn up. And Jacob ripped his clothes and wore sackcloth on his hips and mourned over his son many days. Using the tools that Jacob used to deceive his father Isaac, his sons now deceive him. This is the most incredible book of karma in the entire Bible. Everything done is paid back. The Torah then shifts to an incredible parallel story about Judah, one of Joseph's brothers. Read it, it's fantastic. And if we hadn't spent time on Hanukkah, I might have spent time on this story. It deserves to be examined. In fact, it deserves its own show. Maybe next year we'll do the show on that. Suddenly, though, we then shift right back to the whole Joseph narrative, Genesis 39:1. And Joseph had been brought down to Egypt, and an Egyptian man, Potiphar, an official of Pharaoh, chief of the guards, bought him from the hand of the Ishmaelites who had brought him down there. Well, Joseph is now working in Potiphar's home, and he's seduced by Potiphar's wife, but he refuses her. She then accuses him of rape, and he's thrown in prison, where he meets the cupbearer and baker of Pharaoh, who both have dreams that they cannot understand, and he interprets their dreams, telling them that they are the same. But for one, it means life. For the other, death. And friends, the dream master is right. One is executed, the other freed. And as the cupbearer leaves the prison, Joseph implores him to help him obtain his freedom. Yes, my friends, the world is sacred. So is everything in it. Express your gratitude, light a candle, make a wish. Celebrate your life and the lives of those you love. Share your feelings with them. Live free, be free, honor your freedom, be well, be happy, be blessed. Share and honor the light and all who live in the light and continue to shine. Continue to send everybody you know goodwill and love. Pray for peace and freedom for everybody. An end to terror and hatred. Remember, we are a community. We learn together. We celebrate each other. We love each other. We share this ride together, men and women equally. So let's send out love, not fear. Send out peace, harmony, goodwill, and healing to all who need it. And please do learn to forgive and learn to love, including yourself. Open your hearts. Honor the relationships of your life. Tell those you love that you love them, because they won't know otherwise. Don't make them guess. Take advantage of the time you have and enjoy the journey, my friends, because we take the twists and turns and the patterns that weave through the fabric of our lives in our efforts to grow, to learn, to be, to love. So please do love. Now, bless you all. Have a fantastic week, a week of love and light. increased light, a week of peace, a week of miracles. Examine your intentions. Use them to imprint your will on the universe. Keep that list of miracles going. And remember, we set in motion everything that happens in our lives. It is our intention, our kavana, our cause, our effect. Everything is linked. As I've said, you always have time to forgive and to be forgiven because you have the knowledge of what's good and bad. So acknowledge what you have done wrong to yourself, to God, and to any person you've wronged, and then ask forgiveness. But do so with sincerity, accountability, and vulnerability. Forgive those who've hurt you as you learn to be forgiving and compassionate, because the secret of forgiveness, compassion, and peace, my friends, it is in acceptance. Can you accept yourself, other people in the world just as they are? Can you accept life as it is without trying to control it? If you do, you can experience the peace that acceptance brings. So do not stop your journey. Do not stop moving towards your promised land, your home. Keep on dreaming, keep on being, keep sharing, keep shining, keep teaching, keep spreading joy and goodwill. Do not follow fear, follow love. It's always in front of you. And remember to have faith and unwavering adherence to principle, just as I have faith in the principle of love in all of you. Act with purity of heart and mind, despise none, defraud none, hate none, cherish all, honor every child of God, every creature of the earth. May all people know peace in this year. May you nurture kindness and love everywhere you go. Work to be present in the body. Expand your heart, quiet your mind, because the deepest source of real power lies in consciousness and your ability to be mindful, to be aware, to be present in all of life's circumstances. So make the most of your time in this life. Continue to touch and transform lives around you because you're never alone. You are forever blessed, and you have the ability to bring blessings to everybody you meet. Health, love, renewal to everybody you come across, because we are all energy, and energy cannot be destroyed. It can only be transformed. It is your words that give you the power to transform, to love, to bless. So be generous. Bless others and bless yourself. Love with the heart, because we're all part of a greater whole. Embrace love, not fear, forgiveness, not anger. Be there for someone, because someone will always be there for you whether you know it or not. And continue to explore faith and belief and what they mean to you and you alone. And never accept shame as a natural state. Whatever you feel, others have felt. Whatever you've experienced, others have too. We share together. We learn together, and we help each other. We are each of us trying to find love and acceptance and support, and we all have or could have a special someone in our lives. So find them. Tell them what they mean. Remember, you're never alone on your journey to your promised land. Keep forgiving those you need to forgive. Keep asking forgiveness from those you need to ask forgiveness of. Keep dreaming. And friends, always hold on tight to your dreams. Hold on tight to your dream. Hold on tight to your dream. When you see your ship go sailing, when you feel your heart is breaking, hold on tight to your dream. Yes, my friends, keep dreaming. And thank you for joining me. Have a great week. Keep sharing the light. Keep exercising forgiveness. Be thankful, be gracious, be kind, be loving. Believe in yourself and in love. Have a little faith and continue to spread a little goodwill to the world. Enjoy the holiday of miracles. You may not realize it, but you are the miracle in someone's life. Shabbat shalom and blessings to you all. And I will see you next week. Take care.